I told y'all I would make this video today. So, if not Roman Reigns suffering succotash, Jack and the Beanstalk, John Cena 2.0, then who? So here's Magnus's choice, okay? Just talking about it's pissing me off. But here's my choice. Now let me weed out the ones that I'm not going to pick, who a lot of you say should probably be the face. First, I'm going to talk about Daniel Bryan. Now, Daniel Bryan would be literally my second choice for the face of the company. Second, okay? Because he is absolutely over. It's died down a little bit, but he's one of those guys that even though I really wasn't behind him, I started to like him, but I wasn't as behind him as everybody else. But he is organically, real deal, non-kayfabe over. He didn't need any fucking help. He did it his fucking self. He is absolutely over. The incredible meteoric rise of him is just astounding. Okay? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tie him for number one. I'll tell you my number one in a minute, but I'm going to tie him for number one. I just convinced myself. He should have been the face. He's just, you know, and they've been trying to keep him down, and he's someone where it's like his who he is and what he is speaks for itself. Similar to when Punk was really over, and he was still running second to Cena, even though he was a champion. It was the stupidest thing in the world. I mean, you go into WrestleMania against The Undertaker, and they're cheering you more than The Undertaker. There's something to be said for that. And then there's Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler has everything. He has all the tools, except to me, he doesn't have the mic skills to do it. Whoever's writing Roman Reigns promos and John Cena's promos are also writing his, cause he's fucking soft. He's fucking weak. The way they book him, they'll make him look strong then weak, strong then weak, strong then weak, strong then weak. I mean, I should say stronger than weak, because he never is booked exceptionally strong. Like, he reminds me of Shawn Michaels and Billy Gunn, you know, rolled into one a little bit. But he's not, like Shawn Michaels was built as like a giant killer. You know, he was booked like a giant killer. Like, he would just do stuff. He's like the one smaller guy that in my head, from all the booking that they've done with him, he can face anybody. I can see him face anybody. The second smaller guy that I can see facing almost anybody, but I don't still see him being better than Shawn, is Chris Jericho. He's one of those guys. But the way they have booked Ziggler, and I was there for the pop that he got when he came out on that Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania and took the title from Del Rio. I was there. I think he got the loudest pop of the night. I really do. He has it, but in my mind, he can't be the face because how weak they have booked him. How inconsistent they have booked him, like a piece of shit. Keeps losing to people. Someone who I would have picked a while ago, and he's still one of my favorites, and I think could absolutely be the face and could be the champ. And they booked him really strong for a little bit, and then they just destroyed him, was Cesaro. Cesaro is an incredible athlete. Built lean and powerful, and he can wrestle. I mean, come on. I mean, all these guys could arguably be the face. But, and a lot of y'all ain't gonna agree with me, but what changed my mind about who could be all these guys I would go with being the face that I've made names so far, with Ziggler being last. Okay, so I'd go with let me see, who would I go first? Daniel Bryan, then Cesaro, then Ziggler. Okay, but the guy that I think they brought in a few weeks ago and had the momentum, and the whole crowd was in unison chanting with him. I was excited, and I even watched the Blitz team's review, and Mad Genius said he was excited to see him back, was Ryback. I know that he is a Goldberg ripoff, but I've gotten used to it, and I like him. And guess what? He's good on the mic. He's funny. He's not great on the mic. He's good on the mic. If some of y'all want to say passable, okay, he's passable on the mic. He's funny. I'm the big guy. Yeah, he's funny. He says some stuff, and I'm like, yeah, he actually made me laugh there. He still is tough. He ain't a bitch. But the way they fed him to Cena, turned him heel, all that shit, they do that stuff, man. Like, you know, I've heard guys talk about how The Rock was getting so popular at that time when he started to really rise. His popularity was equal to or greater than Stone Cold. And remember, they turned him heel again and made him go corporate? But even then, it was like you just couldn't stop him. He was just still, even though he went corporate, it was like popularity, okay, a little bit. And then it just, you know, you couldn't stop him, man. And I think that's what they did with Ryback. I think their number one guy was Cena, and he started to drop. And then, you know, no, Cena was their number one guy, and Ryback started to rise in popularity to the point where they turned him heel. I really do think they buried him because they didn't want him to be better than Cena. But to me, when Ryback came back, they were booking him strong. The crowd was cheering. Then he turned him fucking what was he, half heel or whatever, and then he turned on the Authority. But they took the steam, the wind out of his sails when they did that. I just don't know. Like, my whole problem is the way they book these guys over and over again. You know, they book them strong, then they book them weak. Book them strong, book them weak. And there's no consistency. And the guy that they book the strongest, everybody hates. Who goes, like I said, Vince, you know, I was watching Tracks. And one of the guys, he was like, yeah, you know, they work for a madman. He is totally out of touch. He does not know what the fuck he's talking about. So that's my choice for face of the company. If not Reigns, because they are destroying Reigns. I'm ready to piss on Reigns right now. I am hating his character. The only place he looks good is in the ring. On the mic, he's fucking horrible the way they are making him talk. Horrible. I don't want to watch him anymore. And if not Reigns, then him. Okay? I could even go with Rollins. Rollins is fucking good. He's a hell of a wrestler. He can talk. He's not great, but he can talk. I think the future's holding something big for Rollins. Rollins is another one I'm going to name, okay? My choice is still Ryback. But Rollins, I could put him up there with Bryan and Cesaro. I still got to put Ziggler last because of the way he just doesn't feel strong to me. I don't feel he can beat anybody's ass. You know, he's not dominant. I don't feel like he's dominant to me. He feels like he's one of them half-assed mid-carders, man. Just the way they're, you know, who did I just say? Who was I talking about? Rollins. I don't think Ambrose had some steam in the beginning with him, man. They let him loose. He had some steam. He had some CM Punk against Authority, Stone Cold Steve Austin type stuff going for him. And I don't know what the fuck they did with him, but it's not working for me anymore at all. I saw some of your comments the other day, you know, talking about Kenta, and I mean, Kent is not known well enough by WWE fans to make him the champ. Like, I mean, come on now, y'all know that. I mean, yeah, they could come in and book him strong, and yeah, and maybe they could fashion him into it, but right now, I'm talking about what I can see right now, okay? And, yeah, so I'm still watching WWE just like every other WWE fan because I'm hoping that it'll get fucking better. But I have my limit. Just like being in a bad fucking relationship with somebody. You give them time to change, and they change. If they change, then you stay with them. If they don't, you fucking leave. And that's what it's going to be. Our relationship, WWE, will end after the day after the WrestleMania Raw, Monday Night Raw. That's when it will end if y'all don't change some shit. That is it. I fucking had it up to here with this insanity booking. And the insanity, you have a roster full of incredible talent and you destroy it. And not let alone what NXT has. There's guys you could bring from NXT. Oh my God. I'm not going to even get into that. I'm specifically talking about WWE main roster shit right now. Alright? 1 million subscribers. Woo!